Wow, what a great advertisement. Isn't that fantastic? And it just shows the power of an idea and the absolute power of someone who believes in you and supports you. And I think that is the absolute quintessential thing that we all want in our lives. We want someone to believe in us, and we want someone to support us, and really you can actually dream and you can go as far as you want. And I think that that's absolutely fantastic. Jess, that is inspiring. I mean, absolutely inspiring in that journey in 18 months. So a little bit about what we do, because I suspect that you probably don't know very much about our office and the services we provide. But I want to start probably at the end and not at the beginning and tell you what I think about the spaces that you're working in. We believe in you and the services and the products you can offer. We believe that the way to reach businesses has to be almost reconstructed and move absolutely away from the paradigm that's existed so far. We believe that you have to reach forward and not look back. And so in terms of having the conversations with Denise and Angela and Saida, the model that netStripes has and is talking to us about is something that we're very keen to embrace. The fact of actually spending time about connecting businesses in New South Wales is critically important to us. And we want to know how we can work with you and support you in reaching those aims. I've got no doubt in the world that if you said, you probably say to your friends, well, I went to this thing and I heard this small business commissioner talk, and they probably said, oh, that's a bit dowdy, isn't it? And probably the answer is most people would say, yes, it is, because they don't want to be associated with something that sounds like it's a bit old-fashioned. But let me describe what I think probably will be the end result from all of this. What we're looking at is providing a range of services to various market segments in New South Wales. And they can be things, for example, for the agricultural industry, regional New South Wales, construction, women in business, farm-based businesses, innovators, startups, entrepreneurs, all especially crafted for the areas in which you work. And they'll all be branded with different names. But the fundamental thing that any business needs, whether it's a large business or a small business or somewhere in between, is you need these four things. And it doesn't matter how hip you are and how brilliant you are, unless you have these four things, and if we use Jess as an example, 94 countries, I think it was, and actually how you grow that business and how you've got investors. These are the four things you need to have. You need to have a financial plan, and it's simple, quite simple. You have 13 columns, one for every month of the year and one which says total. You need to know where your money is coming in and you need to know where your money is going out, because you need to be able to sustain yourself through the change until you actually come out at the other end. You need to have the product. And clearly, if you're in this space, you have the product. You just need to get it out there. You actually need to have the marketing plan. Because, you know, in New South Wales alone, there are 680,000 small businesses. How do you stand out from the crowd? How are you different than anybody else? How does somebody know when you go onto the web that yours is the app that they want to pick up? And the last one, which I think probably is equally important, and if not so more than any of the others, is fantastic customer service. And if you don't have that, then can I just encourage you to really think about it? Because customer service means understanding, believing, and knowing in your product. And the key thing with all of that is you have to stand out from the crowd. Now, I took on a personal trainer this year. I decided one of the things I was going to do was get very fit. So here's my sort of test case. So I say to him, Jared, do you ring your customers up and say, look, I haven't seen you at the gym for a little while? He said, no, I haven't thought about that, Robyn. And I said, but if yours is a personal training business, personal training, don't you think that that would be a good idea? Yes, he said, that's a good idea. So he started doing it, and he found customers who'd sort of dropped off, because you get very excited about going to the gym for a while, then you fade away, then you go back again, all those sorts of things. And he was able to increase his customer base. So when you actually do those sorts of things, you're actually building up that relationship. And isn't that what you really want? Is you want people to use your product or service above everybody else's. And the only way that you actually get there to do that is by fantastic customer service. So if you're in this fantastic innovators space and you are looking at forming this digital platform to launch your product or broaden your reach, you need to have those 4 legs of the table, and hopefully you don't have a round table with only 3 legs on it, but hopefully you remember the 4. But if you remember those 4 things, like they're the 4 legs of your table of success. So the message that I'd like to leave you with tonight is that on behalf of the New South Wales Government, who actually support this particular space we're working in, we're very keen to support you. We're very keen to broaden the digital reach we have in New South Wales. I personally and my team, and Susie Matthews is here today and Georgios is here today, and they'll talk to you afterwards. We believe that the way to reach small businesses and any business in New South Wales is having a strong digital platform for which to launch that off. But underpinned by all of that, remember the 4 legs of the table. Look, we'll be happy to answer questions later, and I really appreciate the people who actually have travelled long distances today to be here. We went via Balmain because my navigator wasn't looking at the right direction, so I thought it was a bit of a road trip to get here. But look, the fact of life is we certainly appreciate the fact of coming, and Ganesh will have a bit of an announcement about an event to be held in November. So thank you very much for listening.